Gringos en Buenos Aires.
Gringos en Buenos Aires.
Welcome to another dose of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast, the podcast that brings expat life to you. We're here with a special guest, our first gringa, and her name is Amanda, and she's from Utah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Amanda. Woo.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What do you think?
This is cool. I've never done this before.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in downtown BA.
Yeah.
Have you familiar with this area, with this
Yes.
neighborhood?
I actually live 2 blocks away.
Whoa.
So when you sent me...
Neighbor.
Yeah, I'm a neighbor. I
neighbor.
live in Calle Rivarola, which is... no, it's called Paisaje Rivarola.
Paisaje
Yeah,
Rivarola.
it's like kind of famous if you know architecture.
Uh-huh.
Famous.
Yeah, do you know?
They film a lot in
Yeah.
the passage, and the 4 blocks are the same. Have you seen?
Yeah, the two, it's like a mirror. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if you know this, but
No, I'm
the
not
street
familiar with
was
that.
built.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
it's if you're in architecture, I don't know, who study architecture, a lot of people come to take pictures.
Yeah.
It was built 100 years ago, one of the first cement-made buildings.
Uh-huh.
And so we live on that street. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's between this block, Bartolomé Mitre, and the other one that's Perón.
Yeah, so what do you think of the architecture here in Buenos Aires?
I love it.
You love
No,
it.
I think Buenos Aires for me is amazing. You go to New York and it's not like New York. It's you tell that this city had money at some point in their history, like crazy money. You see the details in the buildings, like it's so beautiful. But then it went through several periods of crisis, and you see the decadence, the buildings kind of falling apart. Some buildings put money to keep it refurbishing, others not. But like, I love Buenos Aires. I walk down and I'm in awe all the time. So,
As
yeah.
compared to other cities you've been to, where does it rate?
I don't know how you could. I've lived in
I know
different
you've
cities.
been to other cities.
Yeah, I lived in New York. I've lived in Copenhagen. I've lived in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, long time ago. I lived in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa. once,
Ethiopia.
Yeah, I lived in Brussels, Belgium. So they're all unique. But I think one thing about Argentina and Buenos Aires that I love is I love the people, the culture, the people. I feel like more at home than any other place in the world. I don't know if I could say that, even though it's not my native language. I speak Spanish, but I think there's something about the emotional, passionate directness way of Argentinians that I am drawn to. So, yeah.
How long have you been here?
So my story is I first came to Argentina in 2009. I was 22 years old. I came, it was my gap year from college when it was 2008 crisis. There's no jobs. I was like, let's go to Latin America and learn Spanish.
No jobs in the States.
No, I just
jobs
graduated college and there was nothing. It was like,
What were you looking to do?
I was behavioral science, so research. I studied
Behavioral science.
so different, and there was nothing. And so my best friend was like, let's go learn Spanish and teach English. And so I did the TEFL, the Teaching English as a Foreign Language certificate, first in Costa Rica, because that's wherever all the Americans go. They go to Costa Rica, but like Costa Rica was very American. And like, it's just all the retirees, everyone speaks English. And I really wanted an experience that you could talk to someone and they don't speak to you in English. In Buenos Aires, Argentina, not as many people speak English. And I wanted something urban too. So after 2 months in Costa Rica, which, I mean, I have a whole story about it. In a hostel in Costa Rica, I met my now husband in 2009, hosteling, backpacking. And then
He's from Costa Rica?
he's from Argentina.
It's porteño.
And he's from Pergamino.
Pergamino.
Yeah.
This is the first time
Country
we get
boy.
the other side
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
story.
the other
It's
side
a
of the
girl
coin.
From
Yeah,
outside that marries an Argentine.
Yeah, because
really?
most of our
because
guests are guys that marry Argentine women.
Oh, really?
And
Married
Yeah.
an
It
Argentine
happened to me.
girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, happened to
You
me,
married
yeah.
an Argentine woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good.
Cool. No, so I met. It was crazy. It was the last day, and I mean, I was in Costa Rica and in a hostel, and I decided I'm going to go to Argentina no one confirmed else they were going to go. I bought a one-way ticket, and my best friend's like, let's go find Argentinians in the hostel. And then she found the 3 Argentinians, which were backpacking, like cheap in the tents of the hostel ground. Yeah.
They're local.
Yeah. And so then, but we started dating when I actually came here.
Uh-huh.
And then I dated him here in 2009. And then I left after a year because I wanted to go back to study. And so...
That's cool. 'Cause a lot of people choose Spain to go study Spanish. Spain.
Yeah.
People go to Spain.
Yeah.
And the other places, people go to Colombia, Mexico,
Yeah.
Colombia, Chile.
Yeah.
Left, and then you came back.
Long story. So I left. I did my master's in what's called international development, and I started working for the UN.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing what for the UN?
Mainly what's called communications and donor relations. So it's huge grant funding, and you have to manage how grants come in.
Grant funding? Can we get funding for the podcast?
No, you apply, you do donor relations work, and then you report on the funding, and then you communicate about, because it's all funded by donors. And so I worked first for the World Food Program in Belgium, and then that moved me to Honduras. I worked for the World Food Program there. And then I worked in New York for UNICEF, which brought me to Ethiopia with UNICEF. And then while I was in Ethiopia, I had to break up with my ex, and I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I decided... I could talk about Ethiopia, but I don't know if we want to hear.
Yeah, sure. Ethiopia.
I think, but I went and backpacked through Europe solo, and I was in contact with my ex from Argentina, and he just broke up with a girlfriend, and we met up in Sicily. And then that was 6 years ago.
Love story.
Yeah, it's a long story. I mean,
Love story.
it's a love story, kind of. But yeah. Sicily, doing Italian citizenship. A lot of Argentinians. Actually, most of the town he was in was they were Argentinians.
Family from
What was your first impression of Argentina when you got here? I mean, it was like...
Yeah, so I was 22 when I first got here in 2009. And I just remember I loved the city. I was amazed at, like, it felt European because
Did you have cash when you got here?
I had, okay, now I'm thinking back. So,
because one thing is coming here with cash, another thing is coming here broke.
I didn't have a lot of money. I saved up like maybe $5,000 to last a year, but I came to teach English. And I had an experience where, like, my bank was sold by another bank. I couldn't get my bank cards for a month, and I didn't get paid from teaching English for a while. So I was broke for, I was starving for a while.
Teaching companies?
I was teaching
privately.
It was for Accenture, and like going and having just one-on-one conversations with people. It was very easy, but they didn't give me enough hours. But I was,
Was that under the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was semi-broke, but not as, I could have called my family.
Year still here. Like,
Yeah.
2008, 2009.
Yeah, like the peso was 4 to the dollar, to 4 to 1, and
yeah,
I know I was young. I had fun. It was like I don't know, going out all the time. I could never do the late nights though. I couldn't, like having dinner at 11 p.m. and then not going to the club until 3 or 4. I would fall asleep I could never do it. I did it once or twice.
Yeah, things start up late.
It's insane. So yeah.
Yeah, things start up late here.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got here.
They end late.
They never end.
Yeah, when I first got here, I was staying with my cousins, and I was like, it was 11 o'clock, and we were finishing dinner. I was like, okay, we going out? I was like, no, I'm going to take a nap, my cousin would say. I'm going to take a nap. I was like, what do you mean take a nap? Yeah, we'll go out around 1:30. And I would just sit in the room, just wait.
Yeah.
And by, 1:30, 2 o'clock, I was tired.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I eat dinner at 8 or 9. I don't wait till 10 or 11.
How you ended up
so later so later the whole story. So I met up with my now husband in Sicily. We started dating, pandemic hit, we got stuck together in Copenhagen. I just got a job in Copenhagen in a studio apartment, and that will either make you or break you to get stuck in a studio apartment during the pandemic, and it made us. And
studio apartments in mono ambiente.
Yeah.
Monkey room.
Yeah.
Monkey room.
Mono ambiente. Cool Castellano.
And so then later we got married, and then
cool.
We
Congratulations,
moved,
big step.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get married
wedding.
anymore. Not too many people get married anymore.
No, they don't.
But the pandemics brought we go.
Yeah.
Where were you in the pandemic?
I
here?
was in Copenhagen when it
Copenhagen.
started, and then we
Okay.
moved to Mexico. My life doesn't make sense, but then we moved. Then we moved to Mexico. Also, Mexico is
So
one
you
of the only.
adjust to all these diets, all these different
Yeah.
foods, or you always cook? You
I always
Dutch
adjust.
food, Mexican food.
No, but we went to Mexico mainly because during the pandemic, a lot of countries were not allowing certain nationalities in. Like he couldn't go to the U.S. I couldn't go to Argentina, even if you were married.
Wow,
It was
racist.
but Mexico allowed everyone in, no matter what. It's a tourist nation. They need the money.
Yeah.
They just had really weird rules in Mexico during the pandemic. And then we got really tired of living the digital nomad life, which is exhausting. It sounds cool, but when you get old, it's just, you just meet other young 20-year-old.
So what was it? What was one weird rule that Mexico had?
Oh my gosh.
We had a
So-
lot of weird rules here.
Okay.
We had weird rules everywhere.
So you had to clean your shoes every time you walked in. So they had this alcohol pad to clean your shoes,
Yeah.
as if you're bringing COVID with your feet. And so
Yeah.
all the businesses had these little pads with alcohol, and then they had like the alcohol spray that you'd walk through. Like
Jeez.
it's so dumb. And then all restaurants had like an entry and an exit, which it's good to keep traffic separate. But if there's no one in the restaurant, they wouldn't let you walk in the exit, even though the exit was closest to you. So there were a few times where like we'd walk in the exit, and they'd be like, no, you have to walk in the other way. And we're like, but we're already here. And I go, no, you have to walk around. Mexicans are very, very like they have rules. They obey the rules. And Argentinians, they don't care.
Yeah.
They come in whenever. Like,
Todo
so
bien.
the culture is completely different, and I adapt more to the Argentinian culture. I love Mexicans. I loved my time in Mexico, but
You were living together, working together, no?
sometimes we work together sometimes. But we were living together. We lived in Mexico for a while, and then we decided to move to Argentina, and we
Do
lived.
you remember that conversation? Like,
What conversation?
what are we going to do? Why don't you go? Why don't we go to Argentina?
No, we came for visit before, and I loved it. And so we came 1 year before, and then we tried to actually make it in Mexico. We wanted to live there. We liked it. We were living first in Mexico City and then to a town in the Yucatan Peninsula called Mérida. And we tried to live there. It's a big expat community. It's beautiful. I love it there. But one thing led to another, and we lost an apartment. We had a cat problem. Well, we have a long
cat problem.
we,
You know what cat problem?
yeah, there are cat problems. Life's full of cat
but
problems.
like it was just stressful. We didn't have an apartment. We had a car we had to sell. We had in Mexico, things are very difficult administratively because you have to have a little papelito that says this and then that says this, and if you don't have it, you have to bribe someone. It's a mess. It's really exhausting to sell our car. It almost killed me. All the papers.
Buying and selling a car here is pretty complex too.
Yeah, but people will do things for you here.
The engine number, see if the engine's not stolen.
Yeah. No, but it was complicated. So we just got exhausted. And one trip back to Argentina, my husband lives in Pergamino, which is in the province, and his family's from there. It's like a town of 150,000. And his parents have this little like a quinta, a little countryside home that is basic, but it's beautiful. It has a pool. It has all this like trees, and it's gorgeous. And so we came back for a visit, and we could see the stars at night, and just quiet and calm. And we're like, we're moving here, and we moved there. And a few months later, I got pregnant, and so
there you go.
our lives are here.
Pergamino, pa.
So
Yeah, Pergamino.
so then.
Afuera, ¿sabes?
Yeah, so then I lived in the countryside in Pergamino for a while.
And you have a kid?
I have a kid, 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Boy, girl?
Girl.
Oh, okay.
Nina. Yeah.
Nina.
She's my little devil.
These are Argentinas.
How was that? How was that? I mean, how's that as an experience to give birth to a child in a country outside of your own?
For me,
how was that?
Yeah, for me, it was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. It's fine. Because I've worked for UNICEF for years, and I've been to birthing clinics all over the world, which is just like dirt and a mud and in a hut and maybe a little bit of drugs, like very, very basic. And so
precarious.
the clinic in Pergamino is fine. It's not beautiful like in the U.S. The U.S., if you go to a hospital in the U.S., it's insane. It's so beautiful.
Both born in the hospital.
She was my child was born in Pergamino in the clinic. They had one main clinic in Pergamino. There's a hospital there and there's a clinic, and there's like. So I learned all about the healthcare system here. And hospital, it could be free. You could have a baby there, but you're not going to have privacy. You're not going to have. They maybe will give you drugs, maybe not. They won't give you an epidural if you need it unless you're actually having surgery. And so you have to learn like what are you going to do? We decided to go in the clinic, even though
it was free. What was all free?
It's free in to give a birth. You could go to a hospital and have a baby. No charge. That's amazing. I mean, the U.S. system is insane. One reason I decided to have a baby here was I didn't want to pay tens of thousands of dollars to have a baby in the U.S.
Wow.
Here, I just had a basic insurance and it was free at the clinic and I had my own room. It's not, my mom came and my mom was like, everything is old and dirty and yuck. And she was like nervous that I'd die and I don't know. But because it is old, there's a lot of like, the heart monitor machine
from the 50s,
maybe is like 40
60s,
years old. But it was fine. So and everything, you're taken from one room to the next. And then the final room is like this, it feels like it's from, I felt like, the movie Alien where like you're on this like surgery and like the light is on you and there's all these people around you. It was weird.
La Gringa, you were like the talk of the town too. Because you was like La Gringa.
Yeah.
You know?
So like in the U.S., you have a baby and your room is nice and you have people. It felt weird because you have this like old massive lamp shining down on you and you're like
it's probably cobwebs
but it's the surgery room it's this like I don't know, it was fine. I had a baby here and
What's baby's name?
Nina. But I got in a fight with the anesthesiologist too because I wanted to do a natural birth. I wanted to like, okay, I could do this without drugs, without the epidural. I could do it without, I was going to do it. Then it got really hard. And the anesthesiologist was like, this is your last chance to get the epidural. You can't do it after this because after this, like the baby's going to come and there's at a point where you either decide or no. And my partera, my birthing nurse. She told me, she's amazing. She's the nurse who is a specialist in birthing. She told me, she goes, if you don't get the epidural now, you may not have enough strength to like actually push, and so you'll have to get a C-section. So she told me to do it, and in that moment, I remember I said some mean things to the anesthesiologist. I was
Spanish?
like, I said, because he was this like cocky asshole. Like he was like, well, my wife got it, and she was happy, and I don't know. He just had this. Some men just have this horrible energy. I don't know. And I said,
something here called violencia obstétrica.
Yeah.
A lot of girls talk about because the birth system is also like a lot of men working there.
Yeah.
They have no sensitivity.
Yeah,
They're like tough.
Yeah. Come on, do it.
And it's really common here to get a C-section. They push for it. They and women like will like fight for a C-section because it's part of the culture. Like get a C-section because it's the easiest for the health clinic. When in the U.S., natural birth, but giving the drugs. I think the drugs are expensive. That's another thing. Like an epidural is very expensive too, and so they don't want you to get an epidural. I think, I don't know, but anyways, I yelled at him and I said, get the basically, salí de aquí, hijo de puta. I was screaming and everyone was laughing because they wanted to yell at him, but I was the gringa there screaming at the anesthesiologist to get out of the room. And then I told him to come back. I was like, okay, can you get the anesthesiologist back? And I said, I can't remember what I said in Spanish, like, just put it in and leave, get out of here. He just had this bad energy.
Dámela y tómatela.
Sí. And then all the nurses loved me because I told the anesthesiologist to fuck off, and it was amazing.
What advice? I mean, given your experience, what advice would you give to a future mother from an expat, a gringa, or someone what advice would you give them? Like, hey,
I would say
make sure you
Make sure
Ask for the epidural.
Yeah, and make sure you plan it out first, and make sure your doctor is someone who's going to respect non-C-section, because I think like 80% or more of the doctors are going to give you a C-section, even if you're in a little bit of pain or even if there's something small wrong. I worked hard to talk to my doctor and was like, I don't want a C-section. If I got a C-section, it was fine, but I didn't want to do it. But also, like, I think it's different in Buenos Aires too. I don't know. There's one place in Pergamino to really have a baby.
It's a small town.
Yeah.
It's a campo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Anyways. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a lot, and now we live here.
So Nina grew up and you moved to Buenos Aires directly here?
Yeah, so we loved the countryside, but I was isolated. The country sounds cool, especially during the pandemic. Everyone was moving to the countryside. But then you feel isolated. You feel like lonely. It's beautiful. Our neighbors were all like farmers and
drinking mate.
And drinking. Half of them were alcoholics.
You drink mate?
I love mate.
I saw you got a little
Yeah,
mate thing. You want to break that out? You want to
Sure.
break out the mate?
I am thirsty.
Here
Yeah,
comes the
sure.
mate.
Okay.
We got a little mate section.
Okay.
This is where we take a
mate
look
break.
at Gringo mate.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Have you done mate on this show before?
No.
Okay. So let's. I know mate.
I know the basics. I know the
Okay.
basics. I know you
Okay.
drink it, but I don't know.
You
I know
learned
the.
Pergamino.
I learned a lot because in Pergamino, I was the only one I knew. Later, I found out but the only foreigner I know besides the chinos who work in the chinos.
The Chino.
And
They have a
so-
Chino in Pyramid.
Oh, there's chinos all over the
Yeah,
country.
they got the punchy music. They got the good music because the Chino's got the best music.
The chinos are everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was the only so I only spoke Spanish. I only hung out with Spanish-speaking Argentinians from there. It's a cool town. But I missed. Anyways, I learned mate.
Okay,
I
let's
learned
see.
mate. Okay, so mate to all the gringos out there. You have to have a termo, and the termo has to be the right temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Some people like it hotter. I like it not as hot. You have to have your yerba. This is a gift from my suegra, my mother-in-law.
You got a special pouch there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This is new. They always come out with new ones every year, and so this one is just easy to travel with.
Do you remember the first time you drank mate?
I remember, in 2009 I started, and it tasted like grass. I mean, it is basically, and I had to drink it with sugar. But that was only lasted like a month or two. But the thing about mate is I like the togetherness that it,
rounds.
the
Sure.
rounds. It's
Sharing.
and I like how it does something to your brain. It makes you want to talk more. I don't know.
It's a
great.
stimulant.
Yeah. And so then you have to have your, what is this technically called? Mate. Your mate.
That's
And
the
your
mate.
bombisha.
Mate y bombilla.
Yeah. Okay. See if I do this right. I have Argentinians looking at me. And my husband has told me I do it wrong every time. So,
Let's see.
so you have to get the yerba in on an angle. That's kind of a lot, but that's okay. We're a few people. So you first pour it in. And then when you get the water in, you have to put it on an angle.
Yeah.
I'm the how do you say servidor? Servidora?
Cebadora.
Cebadora.
Cebar unos mates.
Seba. Okay. And then you have to put the water first in the part that is down on the angle. First a little bit. A little bit. Let it sit a little. And then you get your bombisha and you put it in. I don't know how long you're supposed to wait. I always don't do it the right time. Okay.
Oh, I
and
thought
then-
you put the straw in first. The
No,
bombilla
you gotta put the
first.
water first.
Oh, really?
Common mistake.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I've learned. This is a lot. I put a little too much.
The
Huh.
water pulls the yerba
Up?
a little bit first, and then you.
Oh, okay.
And then you
I
put
do,
a little
I do
bit.
it the other way around.
Cebas un amargo.
And then the first one's going to be really strong.
That's
Mándale
cebar
ceba
un
mate.
amargo.
A Paul Perry le das el primero, claro, para que se lo tome Paul Perry.
See, and then I need
I
to
don't
take
know.
the first.
I don't
No,
know
but
if I can drink that.
I have to take the first one.
Okay.
She drinks the first one.
I have to wait a little. It's going to be hot. I'm
be
someone who takes a long time to drink my mate. And my husband goes, done. Like, it's crazy, but
It takes a shot.
he takes a shot.
Pasate el micrófono, te dice. Te colgas mucho. If you take
Ah.
long, if you are a long mate drinker, they say like, pasa el micrófono.
Yeah, they use that for weed too. Pass the joint. Yeah, pass the mic, man.
It's a good temperature.
You put some orange things like
Sometimes I put.
honey with the water. Have you tried that?
I have had it with honey, but I don't like it sweet anymore. It's a bitter thing. You have to keep it bitter, right? Here you go. Do you want a mate?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big mate drinker. I drink mate with
3 or
spinetta.
5 years, you have lived here, 2 blocks away, in the middle of the city, the Capitolium,
Yeah.
the protests, everything.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So we decided last year, like, we need to move back to the city. We're isolated. Buenos Aires, I mean, Pergamino is
boring.
fine.
Very boring.
Boring. I'm sorry to all the Pergamino people here, but I was bored.
Small towns are boring
Yeah.
unless you're in the, like, sports and like nature and hiking and whatnot.
But there's no nature.
But
There's no
there's-
hiking. It's
yeah.
sports. Sports is big in Pergamino. Everyone plays tennis. Everyone swims. Everyone. It's a very sporty city.
It's pretty good. I like it sweet.
You like it sweet?
I like it sweet and kind of cold.
There's
but then,
how do you call it? TVT?
Tereré.
Tereré.
Where it's
In Paraguay, I was in Paraguay and drinking
For
tereré
the heat,
and eating
Yeah.
chipa.
with the ice on the top.
Yeah.
It's like a frozen.
When it's hot out, that's
No,
what
I
we drink.
pass this back to you and you pour an
And then I give it to you,
Yes,
Juan, right?
Of course.
You give it to
Man,
Juan.
please.
Okay, here you go.
Now the water doesn't have to boil.
No, it shouldn't boil.
It shouldn't
It
boil.
shouldn't boil. It should be just before boiling.
Yeah.
So we now live in Rivarola, and we actually decided to move to the city. We saved a bunch of money during the pandemic, not a bunch, but enough.
Cool.
And we wanted to buy a place here.
Nice.
And we're looking all around which neighborhood. We're like, we want to live in Chacarita and like the new hip areas. And then for some reason, the center just started calling our name. Like the center, mainly because of the prices. You could get the same meters, or like 3 times the meters here than in like Chacarita or Palermo, these neighborhoods. Like a huge apartment, because the pandemic pushed out all the businesses and now they're empty.
Yeah.
And so our building was full of law offices mainly. And we snatched up a deal.
Nice.
And then we remodeled. So we got it last year. We finished remodeling in
There's your mate.
March. Oh, thank you.
It's done.
And we moved in March with it not done, but we moved in anyways to get Nina into her jardín.
How old is
nursery.
your daughter now?
2.5.
2.5.
She's going to start next year.
She's in jardín now, yeah. So she goes to school. Maternal.
You speak
Sabe
English
Dios.
to her? You speak
I speak English.
Yeah.
My husband speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
But there's always a mix. I mean,
It's
she
key that you never speak Spanish to
Really?
her. Yeah.
is the. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, my kid's not a word in Spanish. Maybe my daughter, but my son, my firstborn, is like all English.
Yeah, yeah,
Cartoons.
yeah.
I remember I used to, order cartoons from the States, on VHS, off Amazon or eBay.
Yeah.
And always cartoons. And thanks to that, their English is perfect.
Ah, nice.
And
Yeah.
they're fully bilingual.
Yeah, I nonstop watching Bluey every day.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's all we watch. at
Bluey?
home. Bluey.
Is that-
You don't know Bluey?
No.
It's so good. It's so good. Bluey. Anyone who's a parent of a 2-year-old like knows Bluey.
Yeah, today?
It's no. The
haven't
episodes are so beautiful. I cry. I cry probably every other episode. They're so beautiful.
They sound so sad. Why they cry?
No. They're just emotionally
emotional.
like they get you. The music, it's a whole story. Each episode is like 7 minutes, and I heard like several months to build one episode because it's so artistic and gorgeous. And anyways, I'm not here to talk about Bluey.
We are here for a ping pong.
Yeah.
About what it's like to be a green guy
Yeah.
in Buenos Aires.
Okay.
And with the advantage of also being a green guy in the province of Buenos Aires. There is
I'm
a lot
good,
of
thank you,
Gringo
maybe
and
President.
Gringas. Siesta?
Siesta? I mean, you
Do I
should-
take siesta?
Yeah.
No,
No siesta.
I can't. I try. Even a mom who doesn't sleep because she's got a 2-year-old or baby.
In Pergamino, no siesta.
There is siesta,
I'm
but I don't
sure
take.
okay.
Yeah. Siesta, of
And
course.
what'd you do? You were the only one awake in town.
No, a lot of people don't take siestas. They'll use that time to like go do sports or something. But yes, what was most annoying in Pergamino was some businesses was closed during siesta hour. Some would be all like they call recorrido all day. and you never knew which one. And so you plan to go to this business to buy wood at this one, and then it's closed. But then you plan to buy this, and then it's closed for 4 hours because of the siesta. So it got really annoying.
And what do you do now in BA?
I
know you're in a writer's group.
I'm in a writer's group. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a writer?
I'm a writer. Well, I try to write.
Wow, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
You still work for UNICEF?
I do. I have one contract with UNICEF. I work a lot of freelance stuff, and so my career has spanned from doing a lot of communications for different UN organizations. The UN is cut now funding, so it's like because of Trump, it's insane.
Yeah, the motosierra.
Half of they have to like cut half their staff. It's insane. But I work. I have a couple contracts, and I'm writing. I'm trying to finish a book I wrote about it's a memoir, but it's I'm finishing. I'm self-publishing. That's what the writers groups are amazing. They're helping me. I'm in 2 writers group, one female writers group and one that Michael organizes. And it's so helpful. But I'm writing a book it's memoir. It's about love and life and going through the growth of a woman through 4 different continents and different lovers. And
Story. It's a story.
Yeah, it's a long story.
A DNA?
I do have a DNA.
Woo!
All right, there you go.
It took a while.
Located here in BA or in Pergamino?
It's Pergamino, but I'm going to change the address.
Yeah, you
soon.
should.
I need to change.
Vote on Sunday.
No,
Are you voting?
No, I'm not. My husband will go. I'm not a citizen. I'm just a resident, so I can't vote.
SUBE or driver's
I have
license?
SUBE, no driver's license, but I do have is it called the blue card to drive?
La licencia azul.
Sí, pero
La cédula.
sí, but I have my U.S. driver's license works. I don't know how long it'll work. Eventually, I'm supposed to get one here, but
Do you take public transportation much?
yes.
Yeah?
No, today I took the the buses I usually like, not during the day, during the week. It's full of people, so many people waiting and a mess. I love the subway. I took the subway today, and there were people singing, and you get like a real feel of Buenos Aires when you take a subway, I feel. Like you have all different people trying to sell you things or sing best
It's
performers.
It's
The best performers were singing today.
It's never a dull moment when you're out on public transportation. I have fun. It's pretty cool.
Like the what's the music? Chacarera? Folklore. Yeah. It was so beautiful today. I was singing along with him almost.
How do you see prices? Do you find it more expensive to live here?
It was so cheap back a few years ago.
That's because the dollar.
No, but like
prices were low. The dollar was high.
That's why we could save money to buy the apartment because it was so cheap for people making dollars. It was very cheap.
Yeah.
And then prices went out.
Prices went up, the dollar went down, so it got
insane. So now we lost all our money. Now we're like, fuck. but
utilities are still cheap though.
Not necessarily. I think utilities they're very expensive because they cut the subsidies for gas, for electricity. It's a lot of people can't afford to pay this.
My electric bill was like, I don't know, 40,000, which is like in dollars, it's like what, $25? Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
Yeah, but it used to be nothing. But I mean, for us for anyone making dollars, it's fine. But for people making pesos here, it's they can't afford.
It adds up.
Yeah, it adds up.
Did you get to see some shocking events here in Argentina?
Memorable moments?
World Cup, I was pregnant. I was like 6 months pregnant, and I felt like I was going to have a baby. Because the game with Holland, insane. I was sweating. I was just with my husband's family in Pergamino. It was insane. That was crazy. And then the whole town, I was in Pergamino. Everyone's screaming on the streets. It was so fun. It was nice. We thought of getting in a car and going to Buenos Aires to be part of the action here, but that was fun. Crazy events. I don't know. The first week I moved to Rivarola, every Wednesday here they have a protest. And it's mainly for the retired and disabilities. They're cutting their rights and their funding, and it's a huge protest. every Wednesday they've been doing it. So the first week I came here, and I live 2 blocks from Congreso. And so the protests start, I mean, they're up and down Avenida Mayo. And so the first day I come,
Lovely.
I'm walking the streets and all the garbage bins are on fire, like on my street. Like that day, all of them are on fire, and I was like, I never felt unsafe. But I was like, I think I should go home. But it wasn't that was the first rowdy, I guess, protest that I saw.
Now you got used to that.
I mean, nothing else. Now they take the garbage bins before Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So they take them out.
Them.
Yeah,
they take precautionary measures. Yeah.
What about soccer?
I don't follow local soccer that much, or football. I don't, but I do follow the team, the national team, whenever they have games. I follow and I watch. I watch Miami. I watch Messi. I'm a huge Messi fan, so I don't. Yeah,
I have like famous Argentinian people.
Maradona, Messi.
Eva Perón, Marta Argeri.
Yeah, I don't know much. I'm bad. The music I know a little bit. Like I went to see Babasónicos. So it was fun. It was amazing. That was my first last concert before having a baby, and we were in the front row in Movistar. It was too much, but it was fun.
How about your friends? Your friends come and visit?
I had my sister come, and my mom and my dad. And so far, no friends yet in the past bit. But my sister had a fun time here. We took her to Iguazu. We took her to.
Nice.
My dad came twice. We went to Patagonia. Yeah.
What does he thinks about Argentina?
My dad is.
We know what you said about your mom.
My dad loves adventure. He wants to travel to like every country in the world. He loves it. He still doesn't like totally trust the system or trust me living here, I don't think. But he likes the adventure. He wants me to plan his next trip to Antarctica. So maybe we'll try.
Well, we had a guest on, Agustin. Remember, he said there are 4 types of countries: rich countries, poor countries, Japan, and Argentina.
Why?
Why? Because Argentina it's a country like no other.
Yeah.
It's really hard to understand.
Yeah, it's
how everything kind of clicks, but at the same time everything's kind of backwards. But everything kind of clicks, and then everybody hears that I know. Everybody's happy. There's a good life. I mean,
even though like things like one day your dollar or your peso is worth this much, and the next day it's not. People complain and they fight, but they're gonna still have a mate and talk with their friends, and like I don't know. You still have mate, and you still like it. No, I love the people. I love Argentina.
Right.
What about the asado?
So maybe I shouldn't say this, but I am vegetarian. So I'm vegetarian. I love the asado events,
the concept,
coming together,
the whole ceremony.
Yeah, and there's a big push for vegetarian, for like plant-based stuff here too. Like in my little town, Fontezuela, right outside of Pergamino, 100 people live there, maybe 200. In the kiosk, there's fake meat burgers. So there is options here. And so
all right.
Yeah. There's a huge push. Porboleta me encanta. Yeah. Sí. And the pasta sorrentino con calabaza y queso.
Do you find that the food here, the good quality produce?
I'm living in Pergamino. Is the agriculture region. It's where, and so you have the most fresh produce. It's just a tomato tastes so much different than a tomato in the U.S. You know, now it's berry season, and like the strawberries and the blueberries, they're so good. It's amazing. And so that's something like the produce is so much better here. I find it, and it's more accessible. Food-wise, I get tired of the same things all the time. Like everyone eats a
everybody gets tired of cooking. Everybody.
Alfajor, sí. But I love a good media luna, dulce.
What about the wine?
Yeah.
Wine, I do like wine. Yes.
All right.
The dark wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what's it like to be what's it like to be a gringa in Buenos Aires?
It depends how you approach being a gringa. It's funny you say gringa because I was going to ask you about this because gringa, it means a country person, actually.
Yeah,
no?
it's just some people say shanky.
Yeah, shanky. I was called all the
people
time.
always used to call me shanky. But if you're from New York, it's all right. But if you're from Alabama and someone calls you a shanky, you're like, what? No,
Yeah.
But it's a gringa. It's just the way.
To be a gringa,
an
shanky.
expat, an American.
Yeah.
An American, because
I
not
love
too
it.
many Americans get out of the bubble and live abroad in other countries. I mean, they'll hop to Spain, they'll hop over to Spain, to Mexico, but not too many.
Yeah.
They take a chance on living in a country like Argentina.
No, Argentina is amazing. To be a expat here, or shanky, or gringa, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I think also because I was stuck in the countryside for so long, and now I'm finally like part of this scene. Because to be here, you have Argentinians, which are amazing, but you also have amazing expats. Because it's a place where a lot of the expats, like a lot of them go backpacking, traveling around different countries of Latin America, and this is where they end up because it's a very livable city. And it's a very, like, the nightlife is great, though I don't really do nightlife now with a 2-year-old.
But it's there
like,
if
it's
you wanted
there.
to.
There's a restaurant scene. There's, like, the writing scene. I'm writing so much because there's amazing writers and writing groups. And there, I don't know, like, there's always events. The parks are beautiful. The people are amazing. There's always something to do. The other day, what are we going to do? Let's walk down Avenida Mayo. And then there was like this amazing event inside the cultural center that had this like gold room of, I don't know, this fancy weird thing. We went to a concert and then we went down in the, I don't know what they call it. What's it called now? Is the Kirchner Cultural Center? Sí. Yeah, there's events there. They're so amazing. Like,
nice
no,
place.
There's always stuff. Like
the former mail office.
Yeah. I used to buy stamps there.
Beautiful. Like, there's always events.
Yeah.
I heard there used to be more with the other government, but I don't know. Whatever. Don't want to get into politics. Yeah. But no, like, I don't know. It's a beautiful city. So if you're an expat thinking of moving here, it's a great place.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Give me the mate.
The mate session has ended. And with that, we say goodbye to another dose of Gringos in Buenos Aires. We want to thank our guest. Thank you very much for joining us, Amanda, sharing the
first woman.
The first gringa.
The first girl.
Slang.
Slang?
I don't say that. I always say puta madre, hijo de puta. I always say that. I'll call. It's like when I get mad, that's what I say. I don't even curse in English when I'm mad. I say puta madre, and now my little girl is saying puta madre.
Oh no.
Estoy al pedo. Like, I know them, but I don't say as many of them. Like, che boludo, pelotudo.
¿Estás trabajando con argentinos, argentinas?
No, but I don't work with them now. I work online, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Amanda.
But
Thank you very much, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
We'll catch you next time for another dose of Gringos in Buenos Aires. Ciao.